hair looks good. I'm saying on camera, your hair looks good. Looks
Thank
beautiful.
you. Shout
Wow.
out to Mary Lee again. Awesome. Dakara Salon, Woodland Hills. Um, yeah, I just had to cut it off. It was so, it got long.
You know,
I don't know about you, but when my hair is hanging on my neck and it's weighing down on me, I get headaches and I'm hot all the time.
we have thick hair, so yes, I understand that completely.
Yes.
We have very
Yes.
heavy, thick hair. I do. I have heavy, thick hair. Ooh, and sometimes it
Yes.
is like it can pull down, and I have mine in a ponytail today, but it's yeah, my hair
Yeah. It looks good.
as long as I
Oh, James will be very proud of me.
I already know. I get notified.
Oh, you do. I figured you might have gotten notification.
I look, I go, oh, well, I'm thinking, oh, I mean, we got to get, anytime I get a sale, I go, oh, okay, now look at, okay, very good girl.
Now, I'll tell you that some of the colors aren't available now,
Oh,
which is why I went with what I went with
okay.
because there's a beautiful plums and purples and
Yeah,
everything. I'm like, oh, shoot. No, not available.
dang it. We saw how it's very plentiful and different types
It
of
is.
and scoop neck.
It's great. I was actually very impressed. You've got t-shirts, scoop necks, v-necks, deep v-neck. You've got the traditional sweatshirt. You have a hoodie pullover and a hoodie zip up. So I was like, damn, that's a lot of choice there. And as a woman, I appreciate choice.
And that's what and most of the women who go to my store always tell me that, not the men don't care. The women, they care actually. Because my other co-hosts, like Tammy and all them who do our shows, they were like, well, one, she wanted a scoop neck, the other one wanted a deep V. Like they like for your bodies
Yes.
types. They
And
so
then the deeper v-neck, which doesn't help me. I need like an extra push-up bra, but for some of the women, I get it. Deep V. Go
well,
for it,
one of
girls.
my girls is less endowed, and so that kind of stuff looks good on it. Like it looks good on her, right? Like it looks good.
Yeah.
It goes very, very deep. When I was skinnier, a deep V was great too. But now I got hardest mine also. But no, but that's no. But I'm saying all the women, in all seriousness, and it's something that I didn't
Yeah.
even think about at first when I was setting it up. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did have those options. They're telling me because of their body types, they're happy that I had all these different
Yeah.
options.
And some of the shirts have like shorter arms, some of them are longer arms. So there's something for everybody. And it's interesting because us ladies, we think about all of that. It's not
Yeah,
just the color, it's not just the material, it's the cuts
I'm saying
that we
you
also
guys worry
look
about
at.
the
So
arms, the wings.
yeah, the arms, like you said, the neckline, all of that matters to us. If it's more slim fitted as opposed to just general, like,
Yes,
kind of like a unisex fit,
yeah,
all that matters. And it's all available, folks. And I'm not pitching here, but I was really happy.
yeah. No, I'm not
And
glad.
I went online because I want to wear our coffee and conversation t-shirt for our 100th. And I think I'll be
Yes,
wearing it around town too, because
yeah, very good.
it's cute, girls. It's
That's
really cute.
That's cute. So go to, I'll put a link below. It's threadless.com, JLG Media at threadless.com. And there's a lot of, I followed them just because a lot of my content creators, they go to them too. It's really easy setup. For the content creator parts, you get a night, they only take a small percentage, the rest is yours, but also it's made to order. So you don't have all these shirts sitting around your house and taking up room. Which,
Right.
as an organizer, that's like my favorite. Like I don't have to store t-shirts. Like in the old days, you have to get them made, different sizes, and then you run out. So, like, I want a small, how many small stuff? And then you have 10 largest in your house, like 10 years. I don't miss those I miss those days at all. But the same with with my Amazon books. I don't have to. I don't. I can. It's made. They're printed on demand. I love that everybody's changed that. They're just having. I can order 100 books and check this shit out my house. Like they're just sitting here in the
Yeah.
corner collecting dust. You know,
Yeah,
so
that would drive me crazy.
me too. Me too. I'm like, that's the old days. But the new days now.
Yay for technology.
Whatever that means. Yes.
So
So
how are you, Mr. James? What's going
um,
on?
I'll be in the valley today. Actually, it's kind of funny. I might see our friend Tony Moore
Oh,
today.
nice.
I'll go to see. I haven't seen him, and I have his birthday presents from January.
Oh, yeah, that's been a while.
I went to I saw my girl Marissa, who was on here
Nice.
last
How's
night.
Miss Marissa?
She's fine. So I gave her birthday presents from June. So James a little late. Getting to his friends. A little late. You can tell. And they accept them still. They don't care to accept them. They don't care. Presents are good. She loved her presents. So first Marissa, I went to her house in Hollywood. We had California chicken cafe, which we love, two great giant salads,
Oh,
and
yum.
skinny girl margaritas. That's what we did last night, and that was really good. And I'm not hungover.
Are you hungover again,
No, because
James?
it's less calories, less everything. So it was very
Okay,
good.
good. And
Uh,
you ate like a meal.
we ate a whole thing, and we talked. We had a good time. And then, but today I'm going to see a client who is in Topanga Canyon, and
Okay.
Tony's not far from there. So I said,
No, he's not.
no. So I used to always go over there to my client, and then I would see him afterwards for lunch because we live so
Oh,
far away. Folks at home, again, like I live so far away from them. We live like 25, 30 miles away from each other. So,
yes.
and there's no reason to come either direction unless we're going there for something. I mean,
Right.
kind of thing.
Yes.
Uh, yeah.
Well, that sounds like a full day for you.
It will be. I come back home. I got work to do, and I have a recording tonight. So yeah, but it's gonna be good. But I'm kind of excited to see my client. I haven't seen them in a while. They have some big news
Good.
to tell me, so I'm very excited with the news. I don't know what it is. It sounds positive, so I'm like happy about that. And then we
Good.
get to see Tony. I would say me and Tony, we always have a good laugh, and we talk about life and business, and the business is
Yeah.
just. I mean, it's all over the place right now here in LA. I mean, people online, I'm sure you're seeing all kinds of things like we're leaving, everybody's going. It is kind of it's. I had a bunch of friends laid off from Paramount last week.
Oh no.
One of them was there 22 years.
Ugh.
It's like, bye, thanks. Here's your last check. The work's not happening. It's not happening. We have
So
those.
what do you think is happening? Where do you think Hollywood is going to be in 5 years? Is there going to be a Hollywood here? Because so much of the filming is out of state or in Canada. What's happening? What's happening to our industry here? I mean, LA, what Hollywood, everyone wanted to come to Hollywood to become a star. Is that the case anymore, James?
No, it's starting to change now. I think it's funny because last time we were on the show, we talked about insurance and how it's changing here and
Yes.
upset it. And I want to give a shout out to our friend Todd Jackson, who I've known 1,000 years also.
Todd.
Beautiful wife Sherry. I knew them when they were dating. And now they're kids in college. Like I told I said, this is crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's like crazy. But he posted a thing about because of what was happening in Florida. So I'm just saying, do you, is insurance is something versus insurance, like it was a really good article. Just go to Todd Jackson on LinkedIn; he's really good. But it's one of those things where I know things are cyclical. I try to think they're cyclical, and right now, I can personally attest as a small business owner. I don't know what you guys categorize your business, but my business is a small business, and
Small business, absolutely.
okay,
Yeah.
then you know exactly what I'm about to say. In California, they don't do no favors to small business for most
No.
when it comes to taxes and stuff. So incentives. So even for me, it's rough sometimes. Some years has been really rough for me. Um, and so other states, other places, they come here. We don't have, and it was also one of those things where it was so weird to go travel to other states. They have sales tax. You go to the store,
Yeah.
it was exactly, it's 1999. Like, what? 1999? Like, what's going on? Like, it was so weird. I remember, I want to say it's New York. I think twice a year they do a tax thing. Like one day, everything's taxed or something, and then it goes away. It's like some weird shit. But it's just weird. It's like other places have more lenient, more friendly or regulations, and lots of land to encourage you to come to us and build and put up your business.
Yeah.
And now with the advent of there's trains, there's planes, you can drive. I mean, it really depends at this point. You can get somewhere. Like I said, for me, it took me like 20 years to get to Clinton, Indiana, but you can get there. They just said you got to find a way to get there. So now it's like if you have an incentive to get there, you will get there.
Yeah.
So in 5 years, I'm hearing rumblings that in 3 years it'll start coming back. but I think it will never be the same.
Okay.
And that makes any sense. It's going to come back on some level, not be the same.
So I don't think it needs to be the same, right? I think that we should evolve and change and grow. But the worry is for us who live still in the greater Los Angeles area, what's happening to our tax base? Because if business isn't contributing to the tax base, corporate taxes, then they're going to need to come back to the individuals, right, for more money. I mean, they're always coming back for more money here, guys. Like that's the real deal. But it would be significant shift if we continue to lose industry. And I know that Hollywood is kind of like,
But here's the
we don't
thing.
know.
Well, here's the thing, Melissa, because you live in the valley, even more so than where I mean, we have Sony and stuff down here, but the valley was a place for we say Hollywood. I mean, there is a Hollywood,
There
but
is, yeah.
on the other side of that, there was North
Right.
Hollywood, Burbank, all that over there.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, I heard, only has one show filming.
Wow. We were just by Warner Brothers the other day. We went to meet a friend with my mom to Smokehouse, which sits across the street
I know
from the Warner
Smokehouse.
Brother lots.
Yes, I know it.
And love their garlic bread. Shout out to Smokehouse. They're having their like major anniversary.
Okay.
So they've got a throwback menu.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's so well priced. The place was packed.
Oh, good.
Like, thank God we had a reservation, or else we would have not eaten. But having said that, they've got a bunch, like when you drive by the Warner Brothers lot, they have a bunch of billboards up for all the shows that they're taping. That doesn't necessarily mean they're being taped there, though.
Nope. I'm telling. I'm telling.
And it's interesting. So we're talking about this. Remember, I said that we were at the Bellwether for the very first time in downtown Los Angeles. And it sits right across the street from Los Angeles Studios.
Mm-hmm. I know that is.
And I was like, when did these get built? I mean, who knew? There are so many pocket studios around. Mm-hmm. And we don't know what they're filming there, or, no. Warner Brothers is big production. LA Studios, I'm not so sure. Right. I didn't get to the view of the lot, but there are all these studios tucked away in the valley and in proper LA. So you're thinking to yourself, how are these people making money? Like there was no one there. And we got there at like 5:30. Mm-hmm. So you look around, you're like, well, if they were really shooting here, it would be busier, I think.
Mm-hmm. I worked for a business. So I worked for two studios when I was business. One was in North Hollywood. It was on Burbank, after Buzz TV on Burbank Boulevard in Cahuenga. It went out of business. My after party studios went out of business here in Inglewood. I worked for two studios and went out of business during the pandemic. I have not come back. There's LA Talk Radio, which is out in Sherman Oaks, I think. They're coming back a little bit, but they're expensive. They're coming back. But I used to go to Downey Studios. Now Downey's down here, and folks, there's down here on my side of town in LA. I did a Verizon commercial there years ago. They're begging for people to come in there to shoot. They're like, come on, content creators, anybody, come on down. Like there's nothing going on. I mean, that's kind of like, you're right. But I heard about Warner Brothers. It's like, wow, nothing's going on over there. Like, wait, nothing.
That's surprising.
So but then when Paramount came out and said they laid off like 500 people or whatever, and I knew like 10 people, personally knew them. One of the girls, my girl, I won't say her name out loud, but she helped me in the business 10 years ago. And I texted her immediately. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I said, yeah, I mean, that's because I'm out of a job. And I don't have an immediate job to get to. Like, I don't have I got to figure this out. And LA's expensive to live. That's the only problem too. Nobody's living in a cheap place. So yeah, you can't just put out here. But it goes back to it goes back to like the insurance stuff where they're not covering certain things anymore, and this like California is going through I think a renaissance of sorts. It's going through something. Just not sure. It's like life is still the same out here, so to speak. But there are things that are kind of being eliminated, and things are kind of going away, and we're all trying to figure it out. And I think that's kind of the problem because LA was known as the industry town, Yes. And I say LA, I mean also the valley. This whole area is the industry.
Yes.
The industry.
Yeah.
you come out here to be in the industry. That's what you did. And the outliers were Vancouver or Atlanta or sort of LA was the place. And I think
Yeah.
and I'm seeing more and more buildings empty than filled. Um,
Yeah.
we have Sony by my house here in Culver City. It's not busy.
That's right. Yeah.
I drive by it all the time. It's not busy. There's nothing going on over there. And then we got Prospect Studios. That's where GH is filmed. It's a smaller studio in the neighborhood over there in Los Feliz. And then we got the streaming services. And so like Days of Our Lives is now in Peacock Studios. I forgot where they are, but they're not a major. And then we got Television City. And that, they're having issues too, which that's part of Paramount. They have a whole that's having issues. CBS Television
Mhm.
City, on Melrose and Beverly over there. I pass by it all the time, and Fairfax, but it's having problems too. So I don't, at one point I heard the soaps were going to leave and go somewhere else. They were going to stay on CBS, but they're going to stay on
Altogether.
CBS. Yeah, I heard
Really?
that. And a new soap that's coming on CBS, it's not just like you said, it's not even being filmed in California. It's being filmed in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Called Beyond the Gates. It's being filmed in a new studio, not Tyler Perry's, but another studio in Atlanta. And one of my friends is leaving town to live there because that's the whole point.
Yeah. You got
Gather,
to go where the money is.
yeah, and soaps are filmed every day. They film like 8 episodes a week. So it's hard to. There are folks who try to do that whole. I'll work from Monday to Friday, fly home on Friday, come back. Folks. It's not as easy as you think. It really isn't.
Yeah.
All that flying and even I had friends in the Bay Area who lived in Sacramento and worked at that whole thing. They would have to get up at 4 a.m. in Sacramento, get dressed, do what they got to do, blah blah. Take that. Yeah, the train's only 2 hours. Okay, fine. You're to see in 2 hours. Then you work your full day.
Right.
Then it's another 2 hours back to Sacramento. Then it's
Yeah.
already 8 o'clock by the time you get home, and you got to get up at
Yeah.
4. It's after a while it's almost like literally have no life, literally. But after a while,
Mhm.
then on your 2 days off, you want to lay down. You're tired.
Yeah. Right. And you always look tired and you're feeling like you can't get caught up. That's the what when I notice that about myself when I have a very busy week. Um, I feel like at the end of that, I feel like there's so much to do because I wasn't able to do it over a period of 4 or 5 days. It just becomes overwhelming, and so there are some people out there that are super disciplined, right? So that they have their work week ahead of them and they manage everything and they schedule everything and they're super like dedicated to their calendar. That's how you have to be to have that kind of schedule. I am not one of those people. It's a challenge for me. It really is. So, when I have a busy week, I just kind of roll with it. But at the end of it, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see anybody. Just let me rest.
Yes.
Where's my puppy dog and my husband? That's all I want.
Well, no, even the best of us, girl. It's. I know. I didn't. I have felt over the last year I was not caught up because I was dealing with family stuff. I was doing all that stuff. Now I
Yeah,
feel
of
caught up,
course.
but now I feel caught up. But I don't you know what I'm saying? Don't you feel? I know how you feel. You just feel like you're not caught up, and like
Yeah.
everything's overwhelming. You're trying to catch up because I'm a very disciplined person myself, a very scheduled person. But that didn't mean anything when you're caregiving a person. That goes out the window. So I was like, oh, like having a kid, like having a kid again. Like this goes out the window. But
Yeah.
now that I'm able to schedule stuff and everything, I feel like now I'm finally caught up to most of the things that I had a problem. I don't feel as behind anymore. But that feeling of
Now, let
feeling,
me ask you a question, though, James, because I think that's interesting. Were you as a child disciplined? And so you were kind of conditioned for adulthood in that you had your school, you had your extracurricular activities after school, your weekends were planned, and you were just boom, 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 just show up. Was it like that for you?
my mother was telling Flobo, our other buddy on the show, stories about me as a kid. It's always funny to hear that people talk about you when you were a kid. And she's always it's very consistent. She always says, "So James was James Lott Jr. when he came out the womb." I don't know whatever that means to you. She was like, James came out. I'm James Lott Jr. and this is welcome to my life, like whatever. And she said, you were always organized. You were always
Mm.
disciplined. You were always motivated. I didn't have to do nothing. You were already ahead of it already. If there's something you
Mm.
want to do something, you found a way to do it. If you want to do something, she said, I found a way to squeeze it in or make room for it. And as long as I can remember myself, I can say I can remember like age 5, maybe, like I said, I have memories. I have always been that way.
Yeah.
I guess I just
Yeah.
ended in high school, and so I wanted a job. I made sure that job would fit into my life, my school. I organized my school life. I was always very much like my room was organized, or my part of the rooms. I had to share rooms. My part of my wall was all organized. My area was organized. I don't know where I got it from. I couldn't tell you. My mother said since I was born, because even when you were a kid, your toys, you were everything was
Yes.
is how it's gonna be, and don't mess with me. I got it. And she I never had to worry. She goes, I don't know what it was. So I never had to worry about you.
So I was always organized in that sense, right? But I was not disciplined. So, and that would have helped me as a child had I had extracurricular activities in addition to some of the sports that I played, but I didn't have like a regimented schedule. Like today is school, and then after school, 4 o'clock is dance class, and at 6 o'clock, you're at brownies. Melanie, my sister, and I kind of rebelled against that disciplined nature. And we were just more did what we wanted to do and tried a lot of stuff, but most of it didn't stick. So I'm behind the 8 ball there because I am not conditioned from childhood to maintain a regular schedule. Like I see my granddaughter now. She's got band practice, she's got, musical practice. She has all these activities. She's got shows that she sings in with the band. Like she's got all of these things in addition to school
Mm.
and friends and all this stuff. And I'm like, she's going to be an achiever. She'll be a higher achiever in life because from childhood, she's learning discipline,
I don't know.
and showing up.
Listen, I don't know. I've known you 20 years, and I feel like, but you've accomplished a lot of things that many folks
Yes.
would even go for or care about, or even like, I don't do that. But you've done it, so you have discipline somewhere.
Well, I do, but
I'm like, you have. A big deal. Like you've been president of things and this and that, but you do
sure.
stuff.
No,
So
all of that. Okay, folks. So I'm not, thank you, James, for
give
pointing
you
that out.
credit. Give you
I'm not
credit.
lazy. I'm not lazy. I don't avoid challenge. It's none of that. It's just how it makes me feel,
Okay.
right? So yes, I do these things, but it feels more like I'm pushing myself to do these things as opposed to it comes naturally because I wasn't conditioned as a child, all me, by the way, um, to have a regimented schedule. So for me, I did all these things, but it didn't come naturally. Like I had to force myself sometimes to go to the meeting and stand at the podium and run the
Oh, got it.
meeting, the lunch meeting, that kind of stuff, as opposed to, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I've got my schedule plan. Uh, I did it, but it didn't come naturally. And so for you, I can see how, you're ahead in that you've done so much and you can still probably do more than I can in a day and feel okay about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're conditioned to a regimented schedule.
Yeah. No.
Me, I'm like, is it
Sorry, go ahead.
okay? So that's what I meant. It's not like I haven't achieved anything and folks like me don't achieve.
Right.
It's just, it's more of an effort for us to maintain a rigorous schedule over a course of a week than folks like you who grew up doing a lot and having to show up and your ideas about facing your day is like embracing it as opposed to me facing my day sometimes is more of a challenge.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and that is true because grew up in a big family, and I was also taking care of younger kids.
that's right.
There's a whole thing. You have to wake up and just get started. There was no like,
Yes.
I mean, you had to figure out. Okay, I gotta make breakfast. make sure she gets dressed, make sure he gets to school with me, make sure I'm talking
Yeah.
about his sister. Like I had to organize stuff. I was helping out my parents take care of the kids, and so
Yeah.
and then at a young age, I had kids, and so
Right.
again, and my one baby mama, she and I were both overachievers. And so
Uh-huh.
Miss Monica Alicia is an overachiever herself now. I guess she's the same way, but she was raised with an organization schedule. Like she had a
Okay.
better life than we did. All everybody wanted to watch her. Everybody loved. She was an easy baby. They all wanted to watch her. She had a bigger schedule than we did. So we used to have calendars on the wall for her growing up and writing everything on the calendar. Like everybody schedules what's going on. So I do come from a very organized group, even though
Yes.
my mother's not organized. She's a hoarder. She's the totally opposite. My brother and them are not organized. Nobody, everybody has ADHD and stuff. I'm the only one who's like, I'm this way, and that's how it is. But I pass it on to one of my kids. The other kid isn't that way, but I pass it on to one of my kids. But you're right. It's one of those things where I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I get tired like everybody else, but I'm used to it. I mean, you're right. It's not effort for me.
Yeah.
It's not it. That's a good way of putting it. It's not a, I'm okay. Well, today's Monday. I got to do 20 things.
Exactly.
Okay, let's do it.
That's exactly and I'm like looking at my calendar going, oh my God, it's gonna be such a busy day.
Well,
So
see,
I need some of that, James. As I age,
throwing it to you.
please send some of that effortless, energy my way.
But that's the thing. I think, and it's funny you say that because I see certain singers. I think like Celine Dion, or like they open their mouth and just magic comes out. You're like, it's so effortless.
Yes.
I get told that all the time. I guess, but I think it's because it is years. I never thought of it until just now. I got to do a show on that. That was years of conditioning for me. That it is kind of effort. I mean, there's effort to everything, but like it's not really a big effort to me to handle 30 things at once, and that's why everybody comes to me. They go, James, come to we'll go to James.
Right.
I can. I mean, I can. Yeah, I'll fall
Yeah.
apart later, but in the moment, I'm handling it all. I can spin 10 plates and keep them spinning. But that part, and part of me, I have to. If I'm honest with myself, part of me likes that. Even if I hate
Right.
it, a part of me likes it.
Yes.
I gotta admit,
Yes. And I see a part of me loves responsibility. So like
yeah,
you, I have people coming to me for certain types of things because they know that I can do it well. And I don't make it about me. So
right.
somebody comes to me with like a problem or, hey, can you solve this issue for me? I'm like, yeah, let's, dive into that. But what you're talking about sounded just like chaos. If there's 10 plates spinning around me, I'm like so overwhelmed that I just try and pick one thing. And the nine, they just fall away. Just pick the one thing and move forward with that. So you and I, we have so many similarities, but you and I are very different that way. Like you're effortless. Me, it takes effort to do. So,
And I'm used to chaos, like on some level. It is
well,
chaos.
yeah, because you grew up in
Yeah,
you grew up with a big family and
I can
we're
I can
responsible at
I
a
can
very young age.
I can sleep in crowded, noisy places. I can find a little corner in a room and cocoon myself because we had no choice. But you're right. I'll be spinning
Yeah,
plates talking to you. Yeah, girl. So Melissa, I love your hair. Like this is great. I'm like this is all wonderful. I can do that and know which plates I'm spinning at the same time and just do it
right.
because I'm conditioned to do it. And then
Yeah.
after you walk out the room and a few plates are done, I finish that plate over here, finish that plate over there, and I'm good.
Mm,
Then at the end of the day though, then I'm drained. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what plates.
right.
And then I take an edible and go sleep.
No more plates, please.
More
I'm done for
plates,
the day.
no more plates. That's
Someone
funny.
feed me. Oh wait, you're feeding yourself, right? Because
Yeah,
that's how you, yeah.
I never thought of it. I guess yeah, I'm used. I might like it on solo, but I'm used to it. And our last thing before we go. My sister doesn't like because of that too, because of our big family. She doesn't like unorganized places. So we went to a record
Uh,
store on Pico, and it's just unorganized. It's just records everywhere. I'm fine in there, just going through and stuff. She's like, I can only be there like 5 minutes. I got to step outside.
yeah, it's funny you say that because one of my favorite stores to shop at is Home Goods.
Well, there you
I
go.
love Home
We
Goods.
love home goods too.
And you can find, I mean, it's kind of chaos and they move stuff around all the time to make room for all their seasonal stuff. And so I love that in shopping. My oldest stepson is like, he walks in and he said, because he knows it's my favorite place and we talk about it all the time. He's like, he walks in, he looks around, he can't find, he's out. Like it's just too much chaos. Like there's just not enough direction for, okay, I want this and that. Where's my section?
Yes, that's me.
I'm like, oh no, Home Goods, you got to go find it. It's somewhere,
Aisle
it's
to
like
aisle.
a
Yes.
scavenger hunt. It's so much fun. And he's looking at me like, I'm insane. There's a little insanity to that. But I get it too. Like if you go to Target, you know exactly what aisle to go
True.
for your body wash,
That is
right?
that is very true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it, but I'm it's funny because I'm not like exact all the time. You'll get like, "Oh, I thought you didn't like that." Yeah, but in this way I like it, you know. Because I'm very organized, but for some reason when it comes to shopping, I love the scavenger hunt part of
Me
it.
too. That's funny for you though. Actually, that is funny because it's well. I mean it's I guess because it's maybe it's because presented more not as serious, or maybe it's presented in a way. Maybe it's the way its presentation is that
Right.
for some reason your brain registers as fun.
Yes. It is fun.
Yeah, that's fun. I love it. I'll dig through shit all. I don't care. But I just think for you, maybe something where it's not complete chaos for you, and it is chaos in those places sometimes. But for you, like around the corner is a new opportunity. Maybe that's your brain.
Right.
Like, oh, I could go here, and I don't. Oh, here's my. This is Ray done. I get this at. Oh shit! I got.
Oh wait, we can't see. There we go. Kinda.
I gotta find the thing. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I got this
There it is.
home good.
Yum.
Yeah, I get all my Ray done
You
stuff.
love her. You love her.
I do. I go to Home Goods to get all the stuff all the time. And but it's an opportunity for something new. I think maybe for your brain goes, it's different than having to work or family or something. Like this is fun stuff. Let's go in and find stuff. Let's have some fun. I love thrift stores because I just love that stuff just to go through.
Yes, me too.
You find some good stuff in there sometimes. I love that.
Yeah, you do.
You do. Well, I am James.
And I'm Melissa.
Is you. And we are Coffee and Conversation with James and Melissa. And we're here on Mondays.
Melissa.
Melissa. We are here on Mondays. And we want to thank everybody who's listening to us watching us on Mondays. And the comments, you see comments are coming through. And so we appreciate that. We do. Thank you. We'll be here again next Monday, of course, with another episode of the show. And I always say, grab a friend, have some coffee and conversation, or tea and conversation, or drinks and conversation, or whatever. But let's keep talking.